Hey guys, it's bro you whack, and as you guys know, 2 days ago was Sunday, which is typically when I do my funny moments series, and I love doing my funny moments videos, especially at the beginning of the season, because that means I can show my placement games. And after I posted that video, I went about my day, I played with my cute dog, and I got her tiny little Converse, which by the way, you can go to Instagram where I post tons of pictures. But then, getting back to the actual video, not shamelessly plugging my Instagram, I went and read the comments on my video, which I actually do for a lot of my videos, and I saw a lot of people confused on how placements worked. They were saying things like, I don't know how you only won 1 placement and I won 4 and I only ranked at silver. I don't know how you lost and did that bad in your placements and I did amazing and I only placed at 900 SR. So I'm starting to get the vibe that either A, there are new people coming into Overwatch and this is their first competitive season, or B, nobody actually informed them on how placements work. So I want to take today's video to just educate some of y'all in case you are new to Overwatch or in case you don't have any friends that tells you how placements work. You can go into your next placements for like your tank or your support, or you can go into season 22 not surprised or angry at the SR because you know how it works. So how your SR is determined based on your placements can really be summarized in a couple of sentences, but I will go into deeper detail explaining it. But how it basically works is that when a new competitive season starts, that does not mean you're gonna get a completely different SR rank. The biggest determining factor that decides your SR for this next up and coming competitive season is heavily influenced on last season, but also the other competitive seasons that you participated in. And this can be really tricky when you're talking about brand new players because they have no previous competitive season statistics for this number to be based off of, or Smurf accounts, because the same thing applies for the Smurf accounts. This is a brand new account, but the player isn't brand new because they have a main account who is like in Grandmaster and they're a Genji player and they're just steamrolling against other level 25 players. But no matter if you're a Grandmaster player that's trying their little heart out, or if you're a Smurf account that has no idea what's going on, or if you're a player that's been playing for 18 total seasons, Overwatch does a pretty good job at placing you at the rank that you deserve to be at. And how does Overwatch do this? It's all based on this thing called MMR. I said previously that your SR for this next up and coming competitive season is based on last year's competitive season and the other seasons before that, but what I really mean by that is the MMR that is calculated throughout those competitive seasons. Because what MMR is this long equation that is calculated based on what you do in a game. Literally everything that you do in a game is put into that long math equation to spit out this final number. What is that final number? Your SR. It's gonna be taken in consideration how good of accuracy you have, how much healing you do, how much objective time you have, how many kills you have, like literally everything. Everything that you do in a game, whether you're a tank, DPS, or support, it's gonna take in consideration in that math equation and then calculated it really fast and then spit out SR. So that's why you're winning 5 of your placement games, but still ranking at gold. Well, it's because for the last competitive seasons, you were playing at a gold level based on your MMR calculations. That's why going into a new competitive season, your SR does not reset. The only time that we saw somewhat of an SR reset was back in the Role Queue beta. And I did do a video explaining how SR was determined because then the SR ranking system was a whole lot different because now the MMR equation is vastly changed because now when you play tank, it's not considering how much healing you do that much because you're not healing that much as a tank because now it's specific to different roles. So I really think that answers the question as to why you're not placing in Grandmaster just because you won 5 placement games. Well, it's because you're not a Grandmaster player. I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but you are playing at a gold rank. And I'm not telling you play at a gold rank. Your MMR is determining that you play at a gold rank, which is why you're placing at gold. But then there will be some people that understand that just because they win 5 placement games, they don't belong in Grandmaster, but then they ask the question, okay, but why aren't I placing at least platinum if I win 5 placement games? Well, okay, this is when we have to explain how placements work as terms of your SR recalculations. To make this easy to understand, we're going to be using my tank rank as an example from the end of season 20 and the beginning of season 21. So at the end of season 20, I was at 3853, and at the beginning of season 21, I placed at 3789. The easiest way to really help predict where you're going to be ranking at is to add 25 SR or subtract 25 SR based on a victory or a defeat. So in my case, I lost 1 and won 1, which cancels each other out, and I lost a total of 3 games. games, which means I should subtract 75 SR from 3853. So when I do that, I can roughly predict that my SR is going to be at 3778. Well, it wasn't. It was at 3789. And the reason for that, and this is when arguments start to come into play, but that's because I didn't do that bad in my placements. I was getting eliminations, I was getting damage, I was at silver and gold medals. So because I wasn't doing that bad at the times that I lost, I didn't lose exactly 25 SR. I lost about like 21 or 22 SR, just like other normal competitive games. It's not going to be an even 25 SR. It could be more if I really sucked, or it could be less because I did good, but we still lost. So then you might ask the question, then do placements matter? And just like in my Roll Q Beta video, does anything really matter when nothing matters? I don't think that really makes sense. I don't think that was the exact quote. So to answer the question, do placement games matter? No, they really don't. Like, the sad reality is they're just 5 more games. Like, the amount of SR that you gain and loss will probably be the same than if you were just to play 5 games in the middle of that competitive season. But it could be more SR if you don't have a lot of MMR already calculated from past competitive seasons if you're new to competitive. But I do want to say 2 things and say that, 1, those are still 5 more games to help determine your new SR. Yeah, they might not matter, but they matter because you should still try to win your placements. And the second thing I want to say is that I don't work at Blizzard, I don't know the code for MMR, but based on my 18 season experience, that's a pretty good estimate on how MMR works for simplest terms. But then there might be one question left, and that is, then how do you, bro, you whack, someone who sucks so bad at tank, who is so bad at Overwatch, where I watch your funny moments series and that is the end all be all of your skill, that is what determines on how good you are at Overwatch. How do you continue to place at Masters? Well, I mean, I think that video answers that question. Maybe I play at a Masters level and I do it exceptionally better when I'm off camera, when I'm not trying to make a funny moments video for your entertainment purposes, where I'm trying to commentate for an hour and a half, where I'm more fixated on the video, not trying to focus on the game too much because I want to make a video and that's more important to me. Or I don't know, maybe it was the one time I met Jeff Kaplan at BlizzCon and I asked him if he could give me Masters every single new competitive season, that he just does that. No, I'm really just a Platinum player. You guys don't know that. I just get special privileges because I met Jeff Kaplan. Also, did you know that gullible's not in the dictionary? I just looked it up right now. It's not. And that's why I don't really feel bad making this video, because I'm not the one telling you that you're a gold player. I'm not the one telling you that you're at the rank that you're at because of you. I know that's a crazy concept, but your MMR does that for me. I'm just trying to inform you on how it really works. Now, you might be upset at that. You might be upset at the fact that your SR doesn't reset every single competitive season. And the way that I explain why it doesn't reset is because let's say that you're a gold player for 10 seasons. If it was a new competitive season where your SR completely resets and you just so happen to win all 5 of your placement games, more than likely you would be placed at Grandmaster, assuming that MMR and SR gets reset. But for 10 whole seasons, you're playing at a gold level. So I promise you that going against Grandmaster players would be nothing like going against gold players. Now, I'm not saying that you would suck. I'm not saying at all that you would struggle, but if you were to say that to someone who wouldn't take in consideration your sensitive attitude, hey, I'm a gold player, but I belong in Grandmaster, they would be like, no, you don't belong in Grandmaster, you belong in gold, just get good if you want to get into Grandmaster. But again, I'm not saying anything about you, I'm just telling you the facts. And the facts is your MMR has been calculated for a bunch of competitive seasons because that is the rank that you play at. And now for me, for the past couple of seasons, I was placing and ranking at a Grandmaster level because, oh my god, crazy concept here. I was playing at a Grandmaster rank, but I dropped in skill level because, I don't know, many different reasons. I could come up with so many excuses, but this video is not supposed to be me trying to defend my trash rank. It's just me trying to just speak a fact here. But for the example of me, I wasn't playing that good, so that meant I was ranking and placing at a Master's level because that's where I belonged at. Now, I can easily get back into Grandmaster if I just get good. And I've accepted that, but I also want to help you accept that too. While my main goal of this video was to educate you and inform you on how MMR and how placements work, I also want to relieve some anxiety because I know some people associate their whole entire life with their SR. I mean, I still do to an extent, but I want to tell you that you don't have to be complacent with your SR, but realize why you're placed at that rank and to understand that it just takes you to get better. I mean, it's it's not like anyone's permanently always in gold. You just have to get better in the simplest terms. I know that there's throws, I know that there's levers, I know there's so much, but guess what? In Masters, in Grandmaster, there are still throwers, there are still levers. It doesn't get any better, but you can get better. You really can, and I believe you can. So anyway, guys, that is how placements work, and in a weird way, that is how you can get to the next rank no matter where you place at. But you just have to put in the time and effort and believe in yourself. But I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch videos to come, and bye.